you're wondering what that intro was all about, it's basically when I used to be a roller coaster enthusiast many years ago. I used to edit videos on roller coasters and make little documentaries, and that was the intro I created for that. Into Oblivion Productions. Yeah, that does take me back. I can't remember how I made that intro, to be honest. I'm quite impressed with it even to this day. It was done on a editing software called Pinnacle. A piece of video editing software. And yeah, back then I was a little bit more creative. Nowadays, I just can't put out together. I ain't even got an intro anymore. Yeah, and you as you get older, I suppose you become a little bit more lazy, and most of the time you just want to get stuck into filming rather than messing about with intros. I do like intros, don't get me wrong, but I've not got the creative mind anymore to create one. I might have to pay somebody on the website Fiverr and get somebody to do it for me, because I can't do it anymore. Anyway, it's a little pickups video. I've got a couple of games to show you that I've picked up recently, and I've got a gift from a fellow YouTuber, and it's something that I never ever expect. When I get somebody something, I never expect anything in return. But this certain person has. We'll get to it at the end of the video. And they're really, really nice items. But we're going to start with Xbox One. And this is part of the Team 17 subset that I'm going for. This is a sealed game. And this is Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair. I do own Yooka-Laylee, which is, I believe, well, obviously that was the first one. I'm assuming this is a sequel. I don't know if there's any more Yooka-Laylees in this series. But yeah, there's some kind of little dragon. It's a 3D platformer. I've only seen Yooka-Laylee being played. My daughter's boyfriend Josh, they've got it for, sure it's for PS4. And I saw him playing it once. It's a little fun platformer. But yeah, that's part of the Team 17 subset, and not doing too badly with that. I ain't got a definitive full list of titles for that, because I know that I believe there's some titles that are just online. Obviously I'm not going to count them. It's just physical releases only. And let's move on to Commodore 64. I've got 3 titles to show you, and we'll start with what I consider the least rare of the 3. I don't think it's a rare one for Mastertronic. It's on the Mastertronic subset, and this is Phrenesis, which is kind of hard to explain. I'll put a link to my good friend Matt of Witchfinder 1976. He's done a review of the game. He on his Mastertronic Chronicles series. He's got the full set of Mastertronic titles as Matt on the Commodore 64. So I'll put a link to the video of the review. It's just a big massive crosshair. It's 2 lines, a vertical line and a horizontal line, and you move it like a crosshair, and the idea is to kill the enemies that come on screen using this 2 beams of light, I suppose. Yeah, I've looked at Matt's review. It's not something I'd play for a long time. A couple of minutes, 5 or 10 minutes, and I think I'd be bored of it. But you know, that's in the Mastertronic set. Next we've got, now this is quite rare, for the Sparklers set, and it's a re-release of a Microgen game based on the Week family, Wally Week, Wilma Week, and this is Herbert, and this is Herbert's dummy run. Like I said, this is the only one I've ever seen come up on eBay. Luckily, I don't think many people are going for the sparkler set, because I think I paid £7 for it. An absolute steal. But yeah, it's quite a rarity. Like I said, this is the first one I've ever seen come up. I've seen Herbert Stummy Run come up a few times on the Microgen label at the original release, but not on the Sparklers one. And there is a couple more hard ones to find for the Sparklers. I forget now. It's been a while since I've looked at Sparklers, to be honest, because I just haven't picked anything up for them for ages. But that is Herbert's Dummy Run, which it's a platforming game. The screenshots. Don't think there's any screenshots. Yeah, you're basically controlling Herbert, the little baby. You go to a mall or some little supermarket, and Herbert takes off and does his own thing. He's a naughty little baby. Next we've got this one. This is a rare one. Mark Judge Drock, I'm sure, will attest to that. This is Spy Trek Adventure, and this is on Americana. I've picked up actually quite a few rare ones lately for Americana, with Spider-Man and another. I can't remember, but yeah, the Americana ones are pretty tricky to get hold of, some of them. I know my good friend Retro Bear, he owns one of the very hard to find games on Americana, which is Zorro. But yeah, there's still a few more that's rare. I can't remember, but there is, trust me. Spy Trek Adventure is a graphic adventure, and you know, it's one of those where type simple commands: north, south, east, west, examine object, look. Sometimes you can build sentences together, which sometimes is necessary to advance, but they can be quite hard, as in they can be quite cryptic, you know. Pick up wig, wear the wig, and then, you know, go past the doorman, you know, that kind of thing. It may not be blatantly obvious, but yeah, nice one to have. Spy Trek, and like I say, it is very rare as this one. This is the first one I've ever seen come up for the Commodore 64 on Americana. Judge Drock, he owns a full set of Americana. Nice one, Mark, because it is a nice set to have. They look nice lined up. There is variations on the spine. I think there's 3 different variations where they've changed the design somewhat, but they do look nice together. They're all pretty, you know, pretty uniform. They're not all over the place like Mastertronic, really. An alternative as well. They're a bit messy. And then finally, I'm just having a cup of tea. It's Monday morning. It's exactly a week today when we'll be opening all presents from Santa Claus. Looking forward to it. I do like Christmas. Man, it run about a month before Christmas. I'm usually I'm fed up of it now. I wish it'd just hurry up and be over. But as it gets nearer, I do enjoy it more. I do get into atmosphere a little bit better. And then lastly, it's funny because my wife Lorraine, she said, I was at work, and she says, "Oh, you've got a little parcel," which all that Herbert's Dummy Run. So I think it's one of your tapes. She says, and you've also got a big envelope. She says, I think it might be some prints or something, because obviously it came in this big cardboard envelope. I can't show you any postcodes or addresses. Not that I'm bothered. If you want to come to my house, come to my house. But and I could not for the life of me think what I'd ordered, and I thought, I can't remember ordering anything. And I looked on my phone on eBay and I don't like that. So obviously when I got home, I opened it up, and to my delightful surprise, it's a gift from James, Retro Import Gamer. The other week I sent him a little, I suppose for want of a better expression, a cartridge. It's like a custom cartridge, an Outrun cartridge for the Commodore 64. It's just more, it's flat, but it's more like a PCB. It's got like a design on, and this certain seller, he does loads of them. It'd be lovely to have a full set of them, but he just keeps churning them out based on different games. And he also does Atari 2600 cartridges as well. But yeah, so I got one for James because obviously I know he's a big Outrun fan, and I got one for myself. But then James has sent me this back, and he sent a lovely letter. I'll read it to you. Hi Sean, just wanted to send you something to say thanks for the awesome Outrun gift. Sorry to say these aren't as good as I'd hoped when I ordered them, but figured I'd send them anyway. I've been ordering a few of these myself to decorate the garage with, and thought you might like these. Hope you have a spare bit of space in the shed or the lookup for them. Thanks again mate, have a great Christmas. And don't watch too much Die Hard. That's from James, Retro Import Gamer. And what other? They're fantastic. These are, when I get them out, they're Space Harrier, the metal little signs, and they're both Space Harrier. Hope I've got it the right way up. That is the most iconic Space Harrier poster. That is certainly one that I would recognise anywhere. Like I said, they're not, he says they're not as good quality as he expected, but I think they're fantastic. I think they're really nice and quality. I don't think it's too bad at all. We've got these little holes, hanging holes, and then this next one, which I think I've seen. I think it's more the Japanese style of poster. But look at that. Again, metal holes in the top and bottom to hang it up, and I will find some space, James. I will. Most likely in my lockup, because I am slowly doing away with that shed. There's not much left in that shed now. Because I've got a smaller lockup, I am struggling a bit with space to put things, which obviously I would be, but at some point the shed will be going. It was a good idea to start with, you know, let's face it. But you just can't beat me lockup. I loved me lockup, I must admit, and I've got to be a bit more savvy with me saving for the look to pay the lockup. It is expensive, I know it is, but I do love it. It's my own little space, and yeah, I mean in winter it's damn cold. In summer it can be quite warm, you know. It's one of those. This one, unfortunately, I haven't got access to a power plug, because there is one further down, but it'd mean me trailing a wire along about 3 or 4 lockups. I don't want to risk that. I got away with it in my old lockup because it was right outside my door. Just thread it over and down. But I put some lights in, some, you know, them little push button lights, and some fairy lights, just to brighten it up a little bit when it does get a little bit dark in there. It's cosy, but yeah, pushing for space. So ideally I could do with another cabinet. You see that, remember that like ottoman thing that I've got, that black ottoman, if you can remember it, I've still got that, and that does take quite a bit of space up, but it is a good storage compartment. I don't really want to get rid of that. It's somewhere to sit as well, or lay down when I want to snooze. But yeah, I've still got a bit of tidying up to do in there, and I will find some space, James, and if it means it, because I'm on the top floor, the ceiling is like it's a mesh, it's a grid. you probably remember from my old lockup, I used to hang things from the grid, and it's quite possible that, I know they'll be flat, but you know, they'll be up there, and I can look at them, and there may even be some space on the walls if I don't get another cabinet. I'll find a way, mate, definitely find a way. So but yeah, so thank you very much for that, James. Like I said, honest to God, I never expect anything in return. You really didn't have to. Since you have, they're fantastic. I love them. I can't wait to see what you've got up. You're bound to have some outrun signs in there in your little garage. So it'll be interesting to see maybe a possible vlog in the near future, James, showing us the signs up and how good they do look on the wall. So I'm going to take a last sip of cup of tea, and with that I'm going to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Likely, as was usually the case at this time of year, we usually do a pickups video after Christmas showing what we've got for Christmas. Chances are we're all going to get something gaming related. So that will be the next one, a pickups video after Christmas or even into the new year. Sunday, well, it was Big Al mentioned the news, the community news, and I've for a long time I've been wanting to bring it back, and the trouble is it does take a lot of editing. It takes a lot of time up. You know, I used to have a template in place. I don't know where that's gone, but I used to have a template in place where I just used to swap out video or images from the previous month. But even so, it still took a lot of editing with all the titles. So I must admit, I want to bring back the news, but in sort of a different format, which I'm working on. But it'll be more regular. It won't be, basically it'll be probably little snippets of news regular, rather than one big full video, you know, per month. So yeah, I'm excited about that. It's like with YouTube, everybody does it. We all lose a bit of the old, you know, mojo, the YouTube mojo. You lose it a little bit, and then, you know, something triggers it, and you wanna come back and with a vengeance. But yeah, we'll see, and that'll be in the new year. But like I said, from myself to everybody, to all my friends, you know, there's loads of them, and the YouTube community. Again, Merry Christmas. Hope you have a good one. Hope you have a fantastic one, and we'll see you again in the new year. But until then, thank you for watching, and see you later.